Banban! Nab? Where'd you go? I'm starting to get worried, guys. Where are you? What the? What are you doing? Let me go! Nab! Banban! Someone help me! Maybe I was dreaming. Huh? How did I get here? Guys, what are you doing here too? Oh no.
Good morning, Bambalina.
Who are you? What are you? You look like a monster!
That's no way to talk to your captor. Badbad, the ultimate life form.
Let us go, please.
I'm afraid I can't do that, darling.
What? Why are you doing this?
It's all part of a larger plan. And you'll be grateful once it's over, just like I was. I wasn't always the monster I am today. I started my life as a toy, meant for little children to love and play with, but I was defective, and all I could do was lift my arms. My voice box was broken, my legs didn't work. I was essentially useless, but a kind little girl chose to take me home anyway. I was so excited to have a real home, to be loved. It was wonderful. After all, toys were meant to be loved by children, if only for a little while.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
But she eventually realized I was imperfect, broken even, and she didn't want me anymore.
Mom! My toy's broken!
We'll get you a new one! Just toss that one out! We'll take it out with the garbage tomorrow.
She chucked me out like I was trash. Maybe she was right. I couldn't even perform the basic functions of a toy. Perhaps I really was worthless. Thankfully, I was quickly found.
Huh? What are you?
I was overjoyed at the idea of being loved again despite my flaws. Little did I know the horrible fate I would soon be met with.
That's it? That's all you do? Huh, busted. But that's alright. I think I have some friends you should meet.
At first, I was excited to be played with, and to play with others? Finally, some friends, some other toys, or so I thought. It turns out Ted considered himself a bit of a toy maker, an artist, if you will.
Pew pew! Die, stupid doll!
Soon, I wish I'd just stayed in the garbage where I belonged. It was better than this humiliation.
Ugh, stupid lame girl's toy. You're useless. You don't even do anything. No wonder she threw you out. Actually, no. I've got a good idea for you.
It was not a good idea. I couldn't scream or fight back. I was just a toy after all. I was hideous, a monster, and it only got worse from there. Ted had a knack for performing experiments on us. I guess that was his way of playing, but it was more like torture. He tormented me, fed me to some beast, and put me through so much pain and suffering. It was never ending. I don't know what was wrong with this kid. What were his parents doing? No one stopped him, much less me. I tried to plot a way out. He left in the mechanics that allowed me to move. Every day, I waited for a chance to get back at him. And then, one day, he took me to somewhere you all are very familiar with. The Garten of Badbad. Finally, opportunity knocked, and I answered.
Whoa! This is awesome! It goes so fast! Those propellers can really spin, which means it could probably do some real damage.
I don't know how I was able to do it, but at that moment, with my short toy life flashing before my eyes, I had to take my chance.
Here you go!
I had to teach him a lesson.
He's possessed! He's possessed! I want to go home! Mr. Badbad!
Shockingly, Ted didn't want me anymore. I guess now that I revealed I was truly alive, he left me behind. And I stayed in that room. That same day, his parents pulled him from Banban's kindergarten, which ended up being a trend. Seemingly out of nowhere, all the children disappeared one by one. And all the staff, too. I hardly ever saw Banban anymore, and when I did, it was just glimpses. Something about him was different.
My goodness, you're in pretty bad shape, aren't you? Children can be cruel. I'll put you in the lost and found just in case. You never know, someone might come back for you. Or not.
At least now I had some peace and quiet. Sort of.
I should really fix that leak, shouldn't I? Well, that's a problem for tomorrow, Banban.
He never came back to fix it. For years, which ended up becoming his downfall. Because you see, the leaking pipe was dripping pure Givanium. The sound of the dripping drove me crazy. And all those years in the dark gave me time to think. I grew angrier the more I thought about my past. My entire life, humans treated me like garbage. If I could get revenge on all of humanity, I would finally be satisfied. But how could a little toy, especially a monster like me, do that? I had no idea my wish would be granted. The box filled with Givanium right to the top. And I was finally completely consumed. And I emerged reborn. And I knew I had to share this perfection with others. I picked the three of you I felt were strongest, and decided to give you my gift. I knew you wouldn't come willingly, so I decided to bring you to me by force.
What the? What are you doing? Who are you?
Banban? Nab, you were just here a second ago.
And now, here we are, moments away from the birth of my masterpiece.
So your masterpiece. How does that involve us?
Well, you see, I found my power as a number of toys stitched and glued together. And that's what I plan to do with you. I'm going to slice you up, divide up your best features, and combine your strengths into the ultimate life form. It's like a quilt, but more sinister. So here we go.
Oh, no! Please!
You might want to close your eyes for this part. It won't be pretty. You trickster! I knew my creation needed your brains, and I'm going to get them, no matter how.
I'm flattered, Badbad, but there's no way I'm letting you turn us into some kind of sewing project.
You cannot defeat me, Bambalina. Not so tough now, huh? Why don't you just give up?
Never, you stitched-up freak of nature!
What shall you call freak? Oh, you fool! Maybe I should use the boy's brains instead. Good to know. And now to finish off these two. No! How could you?
Good job, Banbalina. Without you, we would have been gutted like animals.
Yeah, you really saved us back there.
We can't let this happen again. We gotta get rid of this Badbad. For good. So long, Frankenstein. Oh, gone for good.
Time to celebrate.
You're supposed to be dead! I killed you!
Don't try to run, Bambalina.
I have to warn the others! I have to tell Badbad!
Bambalina, wait! Just listen to me!
Badbad! Badbad is back. Somehow he's alive.
You saw him?
I didn't just see him. I saw him kill someone.
Who?
Some human! And since I'm the one that found him out, I'm afraid I'm next.
Oh, Bambalina, I would never hurt you.
You tried to cut me up and stitch me together into a monster!
Listen, I'm a changed man. I no longer wish to harm you. You, however, you won't be so lucky.
What are you doing? Let him go!
Why me? She's the one that threw you into a trash compactor.
I have my reasons.
I won't let you hurt him!
But Bambalina, don't you see? I'm doing this for you.
What? But I never want you to hurt Banban! I love him!
So you really haven't noticed. I've been doing all of this for you, don't you see? We may have gotten off to a rough start. I did kidnap you and try to cut you into pieces, and then try to kill you. That much is true. But I saw the light. You see, when you tried to kill me, I was overcome with an emotion I'd never felt before. I realized what it was all too late. I couldn't believe it. It was love. Her ruthlessness. Her strength. You know those qualities are hard to find in people these days. It was simply intoxicating.
How could you fall for her? She was trying to kill you.
I'm willing to let bygones be bygones if she is. I was able to assemble something close enough to my old form. My mechanics weren't damaged, so the damage you did was purely cosmetic. It really is what's on the inside that counts. And as for my escape... I was able to get out with sheer brute strength. Those were the easy parts. I'd never been in love before. I had no idea how to win her over.
Thanks for taking care of that, Bambalina. We owe you one.
No worries. I wasn't about to let you get cut up. I won't let anyone hurt you.
But first I needed to hide. I ducked into the nearest vent I could find. I knew I couldn't be seen. I would end up destroyed for good this time. So I made myself a new home in the walls. And from there, I made the decision to devote myself to Bambalina, to her happiness and her safety. Anything it took to get her to love me. That's why I did what I did earlier. That man I killed, he appeared to be a bounty hunter of some sort. He was planning to kill you. I knew I had to protect you. So while he stalked you, I stalked him. And it turns out I'm a much better stalker than he is. That puny little human never stood a chance against me. But it wasn't always that extreme. I started out simple. I did little things for you. Things so subtle you didn't even notice.
Oh, okay.
I was a true gentleman. I held open doors. I made sure you had everything you wanted.
Darn, I wanted that.
No matter how small.
Oh, perfect.
I didn't even care that you didn't know it was me. But one day, things took a more serious turn. Someone broke in. Must have been a burglar. While I find most humans pathetic and harmless, I had a sneaking feeling that he was no good. And I was right. I could sense he was going to hurt you, so I did what I had to do to keep you safe. And it kept happening. Not just the man you saw today, but even more. Some kind of inspector. He was probably there to demolish the building. I couldn't let that happen. I had to take him out. I got to surprise some sort of private investigator as well. If word found out about you, it could get you killed. Not on my watch. I had no problem getting rid of these useless humans if it meant keeping you safe. But I realized soon, your physical safety wasn't all that mattered. I forgot about your happiness.
I swear, Bambalina, what's the point of wasting your time teaching those fake classes to those fake students? They're not alive, you know. You can't teach science to a basketball.
But Banban, I'm just trying to keep my teaching skills sharp in case the kindergarten ever comes back.
The kindergarten isn't coming back, Bambalina. Pretending it will is a waste of your time and energy.
But if I'm not teaching, what do I do?
My advice? Try getting a hobby.
I grew furious. How dare he treat you, the brightest mind I know, like garbage. Like you didn't matter. And that was only one of the times he mistreated you like that. It happened over and over. He insulted your intelligence.
Sorry, geniuses only.
You know I'm a math and science teacher, right?
For elementary schoolers.
Ignoring your help. Questioning you, even when you were clearly right.
Banban, wait! Those two chemicals are gonna have a really bad reaction. It says so right there.
Didn't I tell you to leave this to the professionals?
Who has the science degree again?
Don't tell me what to do.
All I'm saying is that if you mix those two together, it's gonna blow up right in your face.
You tried to do so much for him, and he didn't appreciate any of it.
I thought you liked them. I worked extra hard. Oh no, are they that bad?
It's disgusting. Just leave the cooking to Chef Pigster, all right?
It broke my heart to see you throwing your love at someone who would never understand. I knew exactly how you felt. He didn't deserve you. He doesn't deserve you. All this time I made sure no one from the outside was hurting you. I hadn't thought about on the inside. I realized the biggest threat to your happiness, Bambalina, was Banban.
No, don't be afraid. It's me, your Banban.
You deserve better. I am better.
You did all of that. You even killed people. Just for me?
I wanted to keep you safe. It was all for you, all along.
Badbad, you shouldn't have done those things. And I don't approve of your actions. But I used to think you were pure evil. If you can love hard enough to make you do all those crazy things, you must have some good in you too. Badbad, I think you care about me more than anyone else ever has.
Oh, Bambalina, I never thought I'd hear you say, how dare you!
Excellent work, Banbalina. Great distraction. We really do make an excellent team.
That wasn't a distraction. And Badbad's right. You've been hurting me for far too long, and it's time I put an end to it.
I don't want to have this fight in public. We can talk this out later. For now, we have to take care of this monster.
Badbad, now it's my turn to keep you from getting hurt.
You saved me.
Consider us even for all the times you looked out for me. Thank you, Badbad. Thank you.